And we're in the Group B, the second group of the day, and we already have one finalist already ready to go in the grand finals, which will be later tonight. And we're trying to determine who his opponent's going to be. Our first grand finalist is Tides of Time from Team Tempo Storm. And we have Admirable here, who's currently teamless, I believe, and Kungen also. Free agents, guys. If you're team owners
Snap
here,
them up.
these are
Snap
these are
them up.
free agents. You can sign them tomorrow if you wanted to.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna have a miracle mirror match.
Oh boy.
Oh
All right,
boy.
key cards, key plays in the Miracle matchup, Kiyuki.
Key
Go
cards
ahead.
have got to be gadgets in.
Of
I think
course.
Blade
Yeah.
Flurry actually could be a pretty key card because it's one of the only ways that you can deal with a stealth gadgets in this matchup, potentially, anyways.
Okay.
Um, both players kind of want to get some early pressure on if possible. So I guess that isn't really any different from normal.
Yep. Okay,
But
looks like it's just gonna swing. Probably weapon up again. Yep, he's weaponing up.
yep. He's gonna save that deadly poison to combo the SI7 agent next turn.
Yeah, both players have their gadgets in, so this could be really crazy here. I might be just the first person to get the gadgets in or remove. First person to have their gadgets in removed. Really swinging things here.
Yeah, and we do see
See it?
no, probably just shoot the face, kill the 3-1. But we can see like a coin, Drake, and backstab for Admirable this turn. He might go with something like Thalnos Hero Power and backstab, but
Oh, there's the conceal. Okay, so he's gonna be able to conceal that gadgets in.
okay.
Upcoming turn, he's gonna save the coin for next turn.
For the
He's
gadgets
gonna
and conceal next turn, yeah.
This could
Alright,
be
so
a huge play for Admirable next turn. I mean, it could be a game-winning kind of turn for Admirable, but Kanka's going to beat him to the punch. He's going to actually put down his Gadgetzan first, run a prep here, and I guess remove the SI agent with the Eviscerate. That's going to be a good play here.
yeah. And he's probably gonna bring it back to his hand.
Yep.
Yeah, just to keep that Gadgetzan as safe as possible.
Okay, so both players they're gonna get their chance to draw. So this is gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna come down to what these players draw in the next probably 5 or 6 cards here to see who can grab an advantage because it's pretty
Yeah.
even right now.
And Admirable's Gadgetzan is going to only draw 2 cards instead of I think Kungen drew 3, but his is also going to save a little bit of mana because he's not going to have to replay it next turn.
Yeah, he doesn't have prep though. That's the nice thing about Kungen is he's had 2. He's already used 1, but he does have another prep here, which is going to allow him to draw some more, allow him to cycle some more with the Fan of Knives potentially.
Yeah, and he could he actually has a way to remove that Gadgetzan if he draws a Blade Flurry.
Yep, does not draw Blade Flurry yet. I got a backstab. He could backstab his own Gadgetzan here if he wanted to draw another card, which isn't a bad idea. The
Yeah.
Edwin Van Cleave probably isn't going to be much of a factor given that Admirable has a sap in his hand.
Yeah, I think backstabbing your own Gadgetzan is probably not the right move just because it puts it in range of like a spell-powered Phantom Knives
Okay,
or
yeah,
an SI7 agent or something.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably just see an Edwin Van Cleef here. I think it's like an 8-8 or a 10-10. And then kind of a pass the turn. The only reason I can see for backstab is trying to go for the Blade Flurry.
Yep, and that's what he's always going for a conceal here.
He does get a conceal.
Conceal's nice, but it's not going to be protected much from again like your blade flurry and even Fan of Knives, like you were saying.
Yeah. He's gonna go with Thalnos and a conceal, I guess. I think I would have just concealed,
Nice.
and if I drew a Blade Flurry, that would have been pretty insane, but... Alright.
Yeah, I
Now,
think the Edwin would have been nice. It would have at least drawn out a sap.
but we get to see Admirable's turn to Miracle now.
We haven't seen so much card draw in a single
Okay.
matchup yet this evening. All right, it's his turn now. Let's see how many. We should have a card counter for each side.
I know, right? So that's, what, 4, 5, 6 from Admirable?
Yeah,
or no, 6 from Kungen? And 5 so far from Admirable?
And he's going. Keep
Right.
going. Keep going. He might be even Shadow Step it if he wants.
I don't think he
But
wants
he
to
has a
Shadow
second.
Step it, because
He has a
he
second
can
one.
have lethal with Leroy,
Yeah, that's true.
even through a heal of some kind, so
Yeah, Kunka's pretty darn low, and he doesn't have that much burst this time. He's got the Leroy, but no Shadow Step, no Cold Blood. He's got 5 on the board, so he's got 8 total with his weapon. So he'd have to do 20 damage here.
Wow.
That's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah.
So Fan of Knives
7
here,
mana.
Fan of Knives and Shiv here are going to draw 4 cards for him and remove the Gadgetzan. I think that's going to be
I think he's actually
okay.
going to save the Fan of Knives because he can cash in Thalnos
Okay, sure.
for another card and get that final point of damage.
Yeah, that's a good play. So he does. Well, he's actually going to play an SI agent instead.
Yeah, I think I would cash in Thalnos, like probably end up playing the Cold Blood, just to get in damage when you can.
There's a Shadow Step. Okay, so he's
that's
setting up
6 more damage. So I don't think I would play Leroy here.
No, I don't think so either. The Whelps could be pretty bad for you, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Admirable's still got that 3/1 weapon, so 2 Whelps would put Kungen into range of just Leroy.
Yep. So I think the Admirable Cleave is the strongest play here. At least force him to sap it if he doesn't have a lethal scenario here.
Yeah.
And so he can't sap necessarily both your Gadgetzan and the Edwin Van Cleave, but Admirable does have 2 saps. Fortunately for him, he does have a Gadgetzan too.
Interesting here. He he doesn't really have a way to kill Kungen yet, and that
He has his own
makes it so.
Van Cleave now.
Yeah, he might have actually been better off sapping Van Cleef and the Gadgetzan to just keep Kungen off of a draw.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, we do see that Kungen has Leroy Shadow Step, but Kungen has to be thinking, well, okay, so how do I get lethal if he doesn't kill me? And denying Kungen a draw makes it so that he has to start spending cards to draw cards before he can really be assured of a lethal in the next turn. But
All right, so Kungen, let's just do the math here. So Kungen has what 6 mana. He could do 12 damage. So he doesn't quite have it. And we just drew an Eviscerate. So next turn,
yeah, if he
next
eviscerates
turn
face,
he'd
next turn.
have 16. Is he gonna arm? Or okay, so if both of these minions are removed, he'd have 16.
No, if both of the minions are moved, he'd have 16.
16,
Exactly.
yeah, with the Eviscerate. Yeah, so wonder if he should have weaponed up there actually.
I think you have to play the Earthen just to heal yourself.
Just to heal yourself, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Keep yourself
7
out of it.
is 7 versus 10 is another spell with Leroy.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
So I think we're
All right, he's gonna
sap
sap the Azure Drake and go ahead and remove that. Go ahead and remove that Earthen Ring Farseer with the agent and followed up with the Van Cleave. Let's see.
No, he doesn't have the mana for Van Cleef.
Oh no, he doesn't. Gosh, a little bit of a delay here.
It's kind of awkward here. Neither player can actually kill their opponents.
Oh, he's just 1 short. That's why I was like, maybe, maybe the weapon would have worked, but he might have been dead the last turn
Yeah.
if he didn't. So
I think.
it's kind of
I think he was
unfortunate
just
here.
worried about being dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Like Kungen has like the damage combo, but he's a little bit of mana or damage short. And Admirable doesn't have the damage, but he can keep clearing his opponent's stuff. So
he could have. No, he's going to go ahead and remove the SI agent. They're just kind of taking turns removing each other's 3/3 units on the board and trying to position some kind of damage to each other here. He's going to go ahead and eviscerate him, kind of show that he does have the damage, and he could potentially draw. I don't know, a poison or maybe even another cold blood. Did he use both cold bloods or just one so far?
he's only used 1 cold blood. Admirable's going to need to top deck something here. Assassin's Blade is not
You can get
quite
5
enough.
from it. You can get 5 from Assassin's Blade.
Yeah, but he has to know he's looking at being just dead next turn. Like, you probably don't eviscerate down to 12 unless you're holding 12.
Yeah.
No.
If he can
not
draw... No. Gosh, he's a little bit short there if he draws.
I think you have to go, like, Gadgetzan, preparation, and then you need to draw like a removal spell, and then you need to draw an Earthen Ring Farseer.
Leroy.
Oh man,
Oh, so close.
he was
man.
one card
Really
draw
close.
off. Yeah, that's got to be a real
He could
tear-jerking
Shadow
bad.
Step,
Yeah, but
but
that
he's gonna waste
loses
that
the preparation.
prep. Yeah, he loses the prep on the Shadow Step, but it doesn't. I mean, I like a Cold Blood, but that's not. Yeah, that's. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it here. Maybe Shadow Steps that, draws a Blade Flurry. Can at least remove the SI agent, but it doesn't save him. He's gonna die next turn.
Wow, we saw two Miracle Rogues kind of just fizzle out for like 3 or 4 turns.
Two Miracle Rogues that couldn't quite finish each other, which is a first. Usually it's no problems for a Miracle Rogue to do it. So Kungen's going to finish it off with the Shadow Step Leroy combo and go up 2-1 in this Best of 5 series against Admirable. This is the Deck War Season 1 Finals, and this is the first series in the Group B. And we're